Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. This is your host, Angela Hayes. Welcome to the Angela Hayes podcast show, Life with No Limits. It is another thriving day. It's another terrific Tuesday, and we are happy to join you here today at GMT Broadcasting. And today I have with me my co host, Mr. Kenji Johnson himself.
Oh, she get that government name out, huh? She gonna call you by the fool. Oh, he want it.
Yes,
Nah,
yes.
let me stop. I
So
appreciate you allowing me to come on.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad that
Yeah,
you're here to engage with the audience today. And we're just excited and glad and grateful that we have this opportunity to share with you here on the Angela Hayes podcast show. Of course, this show here, as you all know, that we specialize in providing information, insights, opportunities, and nuggets that we love to share with you from business owners, entrepreneurs, community leaders, members, professionals, authors, and just people from all walks of life. This is a faith based podcast. I must put that disclaimer out there as well to let you know that. And so we draw your attention to the bottom of the screen. If you are interested on being a guest on our podcast, you can email us at uniquelyyours28 at yahoo.com. If you're interested and you fit some of those categories, you're an author, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're a professional in your industry, you're a community leader or a community member, or you're a minister. Reach out to us, email us at that email address at the bottom of the screen. And you can always donate to this podcast at 979 334 2648, and that's using your Zelle account. We appreciate any amount of donation that you are willing to give. So today, our topic is what problem are you solving in your business?
mm,
Or better yet, what solution
yeah,
are you providing in your business? So I'm talking to those that are business owners, I'm talking to those
right.
that are entrepreneurs, and I'm also talking to those that are maybe you're getting your feet
Yeah,
wet
yeah.
in
Thinking about it.
those areas. Yes, you're thinking about it, or you have something that you're currently working on.
Right.
This is just something that you want to think about. What are you going to do, as far as what kind of solution are you going to bring,
Yeah.
are you going to give to the industry or the marketplace in which you want to serve, or the
Right.
customers, the clients. And so we'll talk more in detail about that as this podcast progress. I do have a couple of announcements. First, I want to give a shout out to, she doesn't know I'm doing this, but I want to give a shout out to one of my dear, dear sister friends. She has been a mentor to me just over the years,
Mm-hmm.
to Mrs. Jacqueline Higgins. I want to congratulate Jacqueline on her retirement in our school district in AISD, Angleton. Will be retiring at the end of this school year, and
Mm.
we were able to celebrate her on last week. And I want to say thank you, Jackie, for serving our community for over 30 something years, for years as a teacher.
Mm.
And then in her last years, she was one of our LPC counselors. And so, those of you that hear this podcast, go ahead. You can go ahead and put a congratulations or put something on in the comments and just congratulate Jackie on her retirement in the school system. It has definitely been a journey, but I know with you going into your new adventures as a business owner,
Mm.
you would do fantastic. And so those that are looking for counseling, that need counseling, because I mean, a lot of people do need counseling these days. That may be someone you want to reach out to me, and I can connect you with her.
Right.
So,
Maybe she need a podcast.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Maybe if I mean that's you definitely can give nuggets
absolutely,
and then create a platform where people can come and get nuggets,
yes,
and then
definitely.
actually get get business, you know. So
Right, right.
podcasting, and even if you don't do it with me
Hmm.
or do it through GMT, that might be something you want to consider.
Yes. And we
You
would
know,
definitely, Kenji, have her on the show.
definitely.
I'm just, waiting to let
Right,
her get used to this whole thing after
right,
school is over.
right.
But we're definitely going to have Mrs. Higgins on the podcast because she does have a lot of valuable nuggets to
Nuggets,
share.
yeah,
She has a lot of wisdom to share, and
right,
that experience, what people need, what they're dealing with, maybe
right.
mentally, emotionally, in their relationships.
And then you can come on and of course, you know, she's going into business, so of course
Right.
she wants to get that business, but maybe coming on and saying one thing that could just help somebody.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a word, it could be
Absolutely.
a phrase,
Yes.
just to help somebody. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Because it's all about serving and helping
right.
others, and of course, as a counselor, that's what you
And
do
the business
anyway.
will come. As
Oh
long
yeah,
as you're doing what you're supposed to do,
it
the
will
business
come.
will come. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So yeah, so I just want to give that shout out to her.
yeah. Shout out.
Yes, thank you, Jackie, for all
Hmm.
that you've done. But another announcement is, of course, those of you know that I am a published author, and so I did my newest release on a couple weeks ago, and so I still encourage you to pick up your copy of More Than Meets the Eye.
You want me
You
to show this flyer right here? Is that?
absolutely, you
Let me
got the
see.
flyer.
Is that
Let's
it?
let
That's not it.
that was the conference where I
Okay,
was a
okay,
speaker, but
okay.
the book itself, of course, the cover is More Than Meets the Eye, made in his image. You can pick up your copy on
Hmm.
Amazon. You can pick up that copy on Amazon and follow me there as well. As the author, you can follow my page on Amazon and you can pick up that book. You can get it in one of three versions. You can get the hardback, you can get the paperback, or you can choose to download it on your Kindle. And so of course I will appreciate that for your support. And don't forget on Amazon to leave me your feedback. Once you have read the book, work through the book, walk through the book, took the free assessment, don't forget to leave us your feedback. And of course, my first author efforts were done in this collaboration. You can pick this up as well on Amazon, or you can contact me too directly. This is the collaboration done with several other authors telling our stories,
Mm.
volume 2. And my chapter in there is called Pushed into
And
Purpose.
then you got the back part too. That's got all
Oh,
the authors
yes,
on the
with
back.
all the
Oh
authors on the
man,
back. Just
yeah, that's
beautiful.
nice.
And we have a load of wisdom in this
Yeah.
book. So we actually, the one of the most beautiful parts about this collaboration is, Kenji, is that we have women from 70 to 94 years old.
Wisdom.
Yes, that are
Ooh.
sharing their stories and imparting wisdom. And
Ooh.
so, who doesn't need and want wisdom
Oh
in these
yeah.
days? Now, I'll tell you this: those some of those ladies at 70, 80, and 90 have become authors for the very first time. So, guess what? If you are looking to become an author, your business owner, is whatever your aspiration is, it is never too late. You're going back to school. You need to take a class, a webinar. You need to update some certifications, whatever that may be. It's never too late. It's never too late
Yeah.
to start. It's never too late to accomplish. It's never too late to do that which you have inside of you to do.
And then I see that it's got some diversity in it too.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
got some
We
diversity in
have
it. So
diversity of ages, culture,
mm,
and races. Okay.
yeah.
And so that's the beauty in a collaboration effort. Everyone learns from everyone, and everyone can get something from each person.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And I like that. Are you ready to be inspired, encouraged, strengthened,
Yes.
and moved to action through the
Mo-
stories of real women and their
mhm.
life lessons learned?
Yeah.
Mm,
Move to action. And we have Miss Phyllis Jenkins, our writing coach, to thank for
yeah.
pushing us to tell our stories
And
and to share that.
I can honestly say that this is I mean, it's quality too.
Oh yeah.
This is quality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah,
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 just like
yeah.
of course,
Mm-hmm.
my
Oh,
book is in hard.
oh,
That's a hardback
yeah. Oh
copy
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Quality work. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go for the best.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you're gonna be out there in the marketplace, you want to.
Oh yeah.
It's all in presentation.
Oh yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
thank you,
Love
thank
it.
you, thank
Love
you.
it.
So we're excited about what has transpired and what we're continuing to do on this journey. So we're going to pause for this segment, and we're going to share with you some information on the screen. So this information here that we're sharing about our Power Business Lunch presentation is happening tomorrow. And so this is being hosted. You all have heard Kenji and I talk about being a part of a chamber of commerce. I don't care what business you in, what type of entrepreneur you're in. That's something that you really want to look at in being a part of a chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And we're so happen to be members of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce
Right.
here in Houston, Texas. And tomorrow, they're hosting a Power Business Lunch. And you can see individuals on that flyer, but those are not the only ones that's going to be there. But there's some other major entities that's going to be there, other
Right.
major companies that's going to be there. Metro, Austin ISD, Texas Department of Transportation. You have WorkSource Solutions,
Yeah.
H
Amico.
Amico. Yeah, one of
Yeah.
our biggest sponsors for the chamber is Amico, and we're
Mm-hmm.
just excited about that. And then, of course, those that ride the Sam Houston tollways, the Fort Bend tollways,
Mm.
any tollway in Houston, Dallas, any tollway in Texas. You have the HCTRA. So that's the Harris County tollway. So they'll be there as well. So it's going to be some very valuable information shared with those that are in business. And if you still have time to register, you can go to that website and register and get your ticket because you don't want to miss. There will be also local government officials there as well, county officials as well. So we're looking forward to this business opportunity. And yours truly will be there with her book. So you can stop by my table and pick up your copy of More Than Meets the Eye.
Come get it. Come
All
get it.
right, all
It's
right. Yes. So we're going to segue into our topic this evening. And what problem are you solving in your business? Or what solution do you provide or you desire to provide in your business?
mm-hmm.
So, I used to hear this all the time, Kenji, when I was, on my entrepreneur getting started,
Right.
should I say, on my
Right.
entrepreneur efforts and going to different classes,
Right.
especially classes on marketing and getting started,
Right.
taking that initiative, those
Right.
those first steps. Used to hear this question all the time. And I thought, and I remember thinking when I first heard it, I'm like, what do you mean? What problem?
Right. Right.
What
Right.
problem
Right.
am I to solve? But as you grow on your journey,
Mm-hmm.
you understand that whatever it is that you are aspiring to do as a business owner or entrepreneur, that is one of the greatest keys
Yep.
to your success is to solve a problem,
Yep.
is to provide a
Solution.
solution
Yep.
in what you do in your business. And so that all is coupled with your skills. That's all coupled with your abilities, your
Mm-hmm.
gifts, your talents, and
Yep.
your passion for what you do.
Yep.
It comes back to that question: what problem do you solve, or what solution do you provide?
Yep.
So,
And yeah, that's I think a lot of entrepreneurs, we jump up and we just say, I want to do this before even asking
yeah.
ourselves that question.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I want to solve? What can I be a solution to?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
because me, I didn't think about. I'm
I didn't
honestly,
either.
I didn't think about that
Uh-huh.
question. I just said, okay, this is what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily, it's something that people,
Mm-hmm.
I got a solution for people that want media,
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, you
Yeah.
might can do it, but I think that I can do it, give it a
Right. Put
professional
that look
touch.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put
that
that
touch on
professional
it.
touch on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, even doing this podcast, I know a lot of people can podcast from home, which I
Mm-hmm.
understand. A
Yes.
lot of people do that, and that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want to get some sponsorships
Yes.
and you want to create like
A library too, don't you think?
Yeah, and then you want to have people come to
Yeah.
a professional setting. So when they walk in here, it's a studio. It's a different sets.
Absolutely.
So they come into a place where it's okay. She's serious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's not like being in a
Yeah,
studio. I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you. Those of you talking about a
yeah,
podcast, it's nothing like being in a real
yeah.
life studio.
And then we taking it live, and then like when you come in, we loading up commercials, and we doing it's a lot of
Yes.
stuff that go on behind the scene. We loading flyers, getting the mics right, getting the cameras right, so
Getting the lights right.
lighting, yeah,
Yeah. The sound.
ambience,
Yeah.
so I provide a solution, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
And you're absolutely right, because when I think about podcasts, first of all, I've been asked that before, but then I was trying to wrap my mind around that whole concept.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I thought about, I was like, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And another thing for me, see, I'm big on professionalism.
Right.
And presentation is everything.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I care enough about the audience to not just serve them up anything.
Yeah, you want to prep that thing, you want to have it right.
Yes, absolutely. And so I never entertained it.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't receive it either, because I'm like, I'm not doing all of that.
Right.
I'm not going to do that at home. I go live on live.
Yeah, just
on
live.
Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, on my social media platforms.
And then too, what you did was you created a consistency. So you come on every Tuesday at 6:00. So if if you promoting it, it shows consistency. I'm not just popping up at any time. You can catch me like live, in a professional setting.
All right.
At 7, it's
at 6:00.
At 6:00,
right?
And I'll be on for an hour. And
Absolutely.
not only am I just doing the podcast, I'm bringing on people that could actually benefit you in some type of way. So we bring on professional people.
Absolutely.
Again, one person can say one thing that can change your whole life.
It can. It can. And I've had people on here, and then I've had people reach out to me as a result of them, being on here, because it was something that they need.
Yeah.
It was a solution to part of their organization.
Right.
And it was something that they had been looking for.
Right.
And because, those individuals shared valuable information. And not only that, I mean, they really went in. I mean, they broke it down.
Yeah.
They reached out to me and said, "Oh, can you connect me, to that individual?"
And then what it does also is it believe it or not, the podcast make your value, your worth go up. You having a podcast, because you're not just a person that's just out in the street. You like I say, it's consistency with a show. So you can put that on a resume.
Yeah.
When you promoting yourself as a speaker.
Mhm.
I only go out and speak.
Right.
But I do a podcast.
Right.
You understand?
Oh,
what
you
I'm
sure
saying?
right.
And
Yeah.
So that's add to your resume. Now, also you can add to your resume, I've interviewed such and such and such and such and such and such. I've interviewed.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So not only am I a speaker, I can come out and I can host, I can interview. So it just make your resume appear. You know what I'm saying? And now your worth. I was charging $25. Now I'm charging $250. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's see. I'm getting nuggets now. He's dropping them nuggets.
Oh yeah. So yeah. And I try to tell people, I don't do no classes or nothing like this, but I understand the value of this.
And see,
and a lot of people don't look at it's not just about you making money from sponsorships or whatever. You gotta understand that this is create value.
Yeah.
It create value.
Right.
So yeah, you gotta understand that part.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because I was catching them nuggets when you was dropping them.
Oh yeah.
But, and especially it's very important to me. See, that right there. That what you were just sharing.
Right.
That's a solution that you're giving me.
Exactly.
And I'll say this, audience, because you're looking at a woman that has navigated my whole career path has
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
Okay, from working in local government for 24 years,
Yeah.
I don't want to say that's all I knew,
Right.
but that's what all I
That's
knew
what
for
you did.
24
Yeah,
years.
it's just what you
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
Yeah.
That's what I did. And so now that I'm navigating that new career path, which my career path is entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
business ownership.
Yeah.
Um, and so that helps me build my resume,
Yeah.
because who knows where that resume is
For
going,
sure.
whose hands is it going to
Yeah.
fall in, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that alone that you just shared
Yeah.
is giving me a solution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
saying I got a problem, but guess what, sometimes you just need, like you say, one key
Yeah.
or one component
And it'll
to your
change.
next.
And it'll elevate you to whatever the next level. It could elevate you to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just say, um, like you say, figure out a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out what your solution is. Figure out what problem are you solving.
Right, right.
And definitely, if you can figure that part out,
Mm-hmm.
jump on it and get
Yeah,
out here
roll
and
with
get
it,
it.
roll
Yeah.
with it, because really it is so many um issues, so many things that need a solution.
Right.
There's so many things that need an answer.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And you know what?
And it's not even complicated.
It's not. And then it's simple things like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't I really had questioned myself. Do I want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, I want to do this, because guess what? You can I know for a fact that you can go create your own commercial.
Yeah.
I already know that, because everybody got phones, everybody got
Oh
the
yeah.
apps, they can do it. But do you have the time to do it?
Nope.
Do you have the eye for it? Because you can just
Mm-hmm.
create a commercial,
Mm-hmm.
but do you have an ear for the music?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the technology to do color corrections? So it's a lot that go into it when you're doing it professionally.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what?
What?
I'm here for that,
Yes.
because that's what I do all day.
All day, every
So
day.
you don't have to make time for it. That's what I do. So
Right. Yes.
I solved your
you
problem.
you solved that problem.
I
Yeah.
solved that problem.
And then it help me with, maybe time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time management.
Yes.
Helps me with that.
Yes.
And it helps me in the areas that I'm not skilled at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so so when you think about what problem you want to solve, audience, or what solution you want to provide, whether you want to provide it to industry, you want to provide it to corporations, you want to provide it to maybe a ministry.
Right.
I mean, it's just so many different types. Maybe you want to provide it to some youth,
Right.
youth groups, and oh man, young women, men, and I mean the list. It's just unlimited.
And then
It is unlimited.
You have to understand this too. When you looking at this thing as a business, and when you asking yourself that question, please look at it as a business. Don't look at it as a hobby, because one thing that you have to do when you doing this is you have to constantly research.
You do.
You have to
I'm glad
constantly
you said
learn.
that. You
You
do.
have to constantly
And
learn.
you have to be willing to learn.
And then you got to constantly stay updated
Yeah.
on what's the now.
Right.
Because everything tomorrow, something is changing.
It is.
Something is changing. Something is changing. So if you're not willing to do all that, at least those three right there, and there's more to it than that, because you got to be consistent.
But market research is key. Market research is so
consistent.
Key. And so that was another thing, that I began to learn in taking marketing classes is that was, hey, market research, you got to start there.
Yeah.
And so and if I must be honest, I really didn't want to do it. I'm not gonna lie, because at the time I started out my entrepreneur journey, I started off like in the fashion type industry, like jewelry and things like that. And so along the way, I had to reassess. I had to reassess because that industry is very competitive. I'm like, oh no.
Right.
And so when I did reassess, I was like, no, this is really not my passion.
Right.
I love fashion. I like fashion.
But
I like jewelry.
Hobby. It's like a hobby, maybe a hobby for you.
Yeah, but then I was like, no, I don't want. No, this is not what I really want to do.
Right.
But what I figured it out about, what I love is I love to serve people.
Yeah.
So what is it that I currently possessed, or I was skilled at?
Right.
that I could serve people.
Right.
And so then I began to do the research.
Right.
And so I love that you said research, because audience, you have to research that industry or
Yeah.
that particular arena
Yeah.
that you're looking to go into, or that maybe you're currently in, because people will tell you, "Oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that doesn't work. It didn't work for me." They may have tried it and
Yeah.
it didn't work for them,
Yeah.
but that's not necessarily the case. It may not have worked for them. Maybe they didn't have the skill, the talent, and the gifting. So maybe they didn't
Yeah.
have a passion to do it.
Yeah.
But that's why you have to collect your
Yeah.
data. You have to collect and do your research
Yeah.
and talk to the people that are in the industry
Yeah.
that can help guide you and shed some light and give you insight
Yeah.
on what's going on in that industry.
Yeah.
Because if not, you may miss out
Yeah.
on some great
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
just start, because
Yeah.
a lot of people procrastinate.
Yes. Yes.
You just gotta just start, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of procrastinating. I should have been had
Oh,
shirts up. I should have been had,
I'm
I got the
guilty too.
racks, I got the racks, everything. But I'm really focused on what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I got multiple businesses,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
this media stuff is something that I'm just really just looking at, and I'm like,
That's your
okay,
focus that you're
yeah, that's
honing
my
in on.
main,
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
That's my baby,
Right.
and I have to. I'm up at 4 o'clock every morning. I
Yeah.
promise you, I'm up
Ooh.
at 4 o'clock every
Mm-hmm.
morning. Uh, if it's not 4, it's probably 3.
Right.
But I'm up every morning. I might go on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
look at stuff just to, okay, what's new for today?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What let me find out how to do this. Let me
Right.
find out how to do this. Let me go to Amazon and look at some stuff maybe I can bring
Mm-hmm.
down to the, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Mm-hmm. Get some
elevating.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
then
want to solve more people problems. I
absolutely
want to be more of I want to be a solution to more people.
more people.
And there's so
Yeah.
much traffic come through that I want to.
And you want to be better at what you do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's and the thing about it, when you really find when you're passionate about doing it and you
Right.
love to do it, boy, that research, you
Yeah.
get into that research,
Yeah.
you
You
like,
love it.
ooh, what?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what happens is when you start researching, things start unfolding,
Right.
and you still learning
Right.
in that research,
Right.
and then you're like, okay, you could take one
Yeah.
tip, or you can
Yeah.
take one piece of that research.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do,
Yeah.
add this, or how we can re-strategize
Right.
on this.
Right.
So
And,
it's just so much you get out of research.
and you remember what I was telling you when I first came in? I told you,
Mhm.
I said, okay, I bought another webcam.
Right.
You probably looking around and probably saying, okay, you don't need no more webcams. Dang, you gotta.
all these
But
cameras.
yeah, but what I did was I did research, and
Mhm.
so what I did was, I wanted to make sure that I got, when I pan from cameras, I want to make sure I got the same quality.
Mhm.
I didn't want one to be lighter, one to be darker.
Okay.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
I didn't
See.
have to buy it because I got a ton of
Mhm.
cameras,
Mhm.
But I was like, okay, research.
Right.
Okay, so if you want it to look a certain way, you have to have
Yeah.
at least the same cameras.
Gotcha.
You don't want to have mismatched cameras.
Oh yeah. See,
You
I
know?
wouldn't think of that. Talking about doing a podcast on my own. Who would think of that?
Yeah,
But you.
yeah, and so eventually we'll get to the point to where, if we do it somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be different angles.
Right. Right.
But it come from research.
Come from research. So
Yeah.
one of my call to actions is to the audience at this point is, if I may, do your research.
Yeah.
Most of you already have an idea of what you love to do, or what you're wanting to do, or what you're already
Good.
aspiring to do. I challenge you this week, from today to our next podcast next week, that you come back with something that you have learned through your research
Yeah.
on the
Just your business,
on
your
what your
business,
business,
and
your
how can
idea,
yeah.
yeah, your vision.
What and get 5 ways that your business can be a solution.
Yes, yes.
That your business
How
can
can
solve a problem.
How can it solve problems? So for me, one of the things, as a of course, I'm a mobile notary, traditional notary, but I'm also a notary signing agent. Two different things.
Yes.
But as a mobile notary, one of my main things that problems that I solve is fraud prevention.
Yeah.
I say that again. So one of my main problems that I solve is fraud prevention
Right.
in my community. So wherever I service, whether that be whatever county I'm in,
Right.
so I serve primarily four counties: Brazoria County, Fort
Right.
Bend, Matagorda, and Galveston.
Right.
Okay. But my primary one is Brazoria,
Right.
and the other ones are, depending on, negotiations and prices and
Right.
things of that nature. So, but my main goal is to prevent fraud
Right.
by properly identifying the individual or individuals that are signing those
Documents.
documents.
Yeah.
So when I'm going to notarize something, a lot of times, I'll always, when I take an appointment or a call, I'll always ask, well, what type of document do you need
Right.
notarized?
Right.
So most of the time, people are more, they want to go into detail. Oh, this, that, and oh, we need to get this done for transfers of property
Right.
over so and so, because so and so happened. I don't even need to know all that
Yeah.
detail.
I just need to verify.
All I need to know is what type of document is. And
Yeah.
when I say what type of document, I'm talking. So if you have a document that you need notarized, there's language at the bottom for that notary. That's going to be an acknowledgement, or it's going to be a subscribed or sworn to, and that is the statement. So if it's a subscribed or sworn to document, so when you meet with me, I'll have to swear you in. So I'll, of course, you go through the proper channels and having them raise their right hand, and they have to repeat
Right.
either I affirm or I swear after I've read to them that clause.
Right.
And I just want to tell you what that means. I affirm means on your honor. I swear means on the honor of God.
Right.
And of course, as a notary, I cannot tell you what to say. So you would say, oh, and it's what you feel most comfortable. Do
Right.
you feel most comfortable in swearing on your own honor, or do you feel more comfortable in swearing on the honor of God?
Yeah.
So it's all about preference.
Right.
And so that's with the sworn too. So the acknowledgement, I'm just doing an acknowledge. I'm just acknowledging that you are who you are, who you
Yeah.
say you are.
Yeah.
But again, at the top of that transaction, my first thing is to prevent fraud. And that is to properly identify who is before me.
Right.
And some of those identifying pieces or documents that you need to have ready for that notary or that notary signing agent is a valid Texas, or it can be not necessarily Texas, because you could be here from California, Florida,
Right.
Ohio on an assignment, but you need a document notarized. These are all kind of people that I've notarized
Right.
things for. And so, but that ID of Florida, California, Ohio, Mississippi, it needs to be valid and current.
Right.
Still.
Right.
Okay. So I'm identifying you using your current ID or your current driver's license, US passport, or military ID.
Right.
So if you are not who you say you are, I'm looking at this document,
Yeah.
and this is Joe Blow and you Kenji Johnson,
Can't do it.
I can't do it for you.
Right.
I can't do it for you. I had a situation, and an example. Most recently, had a situation last week. Got a phone call. Lady needing her friend needed a document notarized. She's used my services before, so that's why she called me. But she had a friend that was in from California that needed her document notarized. Okay. Told me what type of document was. Okay, so my next question is, does she have her valid ID? Well, no, she lost it, and that's the problem, because she needs to get this filled out so she can send it back in while she's here to the state of California, so she can get her proper valid driver's license. Okay. Number two, I'm not going to be able to serve you. Yeah. Does she have any other type of valid federal or state issued ID? Well, no, she doesn't. So, the conversation kind of went on. She kind of repeated herself, but my answer did not change.
Yeah.
So, as a notary in my business,
Yeah.
I prevent fraud. That is one of the main things. If a proper updated current ID is not submitted to me, state issue, federal issue,
Yeah.
I cannot service you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't compromise that. So this is where solving these problems in community.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As my business, I have to be integral.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have to be honest.
And then you also solve another problem with that too, because I think you offer classes to become.
I do
to become a notary.
Yes.
So if you looking
Notary
to start,
mentorship.
yeah, if you looking to start,
yes, yeah, I can help you
here's a
navigate through
solution
that.
right here. If
Yeah.
you're looking to start like notary,
Mm-hmm.
she can point you in the right direction. Because I had thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
sweet.
if you go ahead and initiate the process, of course, I'll send you the information on that, and then you get a 45-minute meeting with me, because I do have almost 30 years in the industry.
Right.
And so, I can turn you on to some things that you would normally get.
Right.
And I can turn you on to some resources and some opportunities that you would not normally get.
So walk you right through that door, in other words.
Walk you through the door, and not only once I walk you through the door, I will walk with you through the process.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you what those. Once I walk you through the door, then I'm gonna say go through that door.
Right.
Now, go through that door. Now,
right.
And you ain't got to figure it out.
You don't have to figure it out.
I'm just gonna walk, man. Come on.
Because sometimes it only takes one key.
Yeah.
To open up,
a plethora.
Several doors. So now, as a notary signing agent, I get to facilitate real estate transactions. Right. So I'm quote unquote considered the closer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you and your wife is buying property, you're buying
those are
new home.
Too.
Yeah. So at the end of that whole process, they work with their lenders, their title company. Title still needs somebody. The lender still needs somebody to close that transaction out.
Yeah.
By properly getting those individuals to sign.
Yeah.
And then me as a notary signing agent sign and seal those documents. I'm the closer.
And so they building a lot of stuff around Houston now. It's
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I can't tell. So I'm solving so many problems. And I've solved so many problems. So in this space, I've been it's almost 3 years, but I've done over 500 something real estate transaction closes.
Right.
And love it.
Right.
And love it because I tell you, it's a lot out there.
So I just thought about I need to solve an issue for you.
Go ahead.
Just while we online, it's just that quick. I need to do a commercial for your book so you don't have to hold them up.
Okay. Come on.
I need to do and we can throw both of the books in there. And then also your notary for if you want to do a commercial for your notary, like the classes. Where you could just let it speak for, we do the commercial and let it speak for itself. And I'm just saying that based off of me listening to you. And that's another thing that we as business people gotta do. We gotta sit back and we gotta listen and say, you know what? I got a solution for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's not, and I'm really saying that to say live that I have a solution. My business can be a solution.
Absolutely.
For you.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can solve where you don't have to be. You can just
right. Look, I'm button, here. Look, hey y'all,
and just click a button. You know what I'm saying? And bam, there we go. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so and then I'm thinking you showed me pictures earlier. I'm like, my mind is already like, okay, let me get that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so definitely, and then you solving so you a solution for me because I rent out the space. And you do business with me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
B2B.
You feel me?
Business to business.
And so you coming on doing your podcast is a solution to my services.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
And me meeting people and networking through the people that you. So it all just
Y'all, it all
it just
goes
gel
together. It
together.
all works
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
It all comes
yeah,
together. And so, that's why too with the Power Business Lunch coming up tomorrow.
yeah,
I mean, if I could just get some of y'all in the room,
yeah,
I share this information. I post it up on my pages. But if I could get some of you people, because
yeah,
some of y'all already in business, but some of y'all, and maybe some of you just satisfied with being a mom and pops. I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
but this show is called Angela Hayes Podcast Life with No Limits. I'm going for, and I want to do everything that God has placed in me to do
yeah,
while I'm here,
yeah,
because it's all about helping somebody else. It's
yeah,
all about helping the next person.
yeah,
But you out there, you got to take the step.
yeah,
So
yeah,
guess what? Angela and Kenji is just not going to be calling you,
yeah.
texting you,
Nah,
and but sometimes when you're ready to go to that next step, that next level,
yeah,
you're going to have to take that next step.
yeah.
And sometimes it's going to be a step of faith,
That,
right?
that's man, that's probably what
That,
it's gonna be all the time when
I
you first.
mean,
Yes, to step out is to step out, just to step out. You
just
got
to
to
make that
because
step.
you don't know if you're gonna make it or not.
But this is a thing. And a lot of times in business, and a lot of times people are scared to step because they feel like they're by themselves.
Yeah,
And so, we have this is another saying that goes on in my insurance business. You're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself.
yeah.
But if you're trying to do your business by yourself, wrong revelation.
Whoo,
Wrong revelation.
Jesus.
If you're trying to do your business, but me, myself, and I don't need that. I don't need anybody. I can do this. I got this. Oh, I'm selling this over
Oh,
here. I'm doing this like that. But do you know that there's power in connection?
yeah.
There's power in networking.
Because we was talking about the chamber, and I
Yeah.
said it's probably on another show that we did. I just had a DBA,
Mm-hmm.
but when I started doing the chambers podcast.
Mm.
I started doing the Chambers podcast, and once I started hearing them
Right.
talk on the podcast, I was like, okay, they were a solution to a problem that I had because,
Mm-hmm.
and she explained it to me. You can be a DBA, but nobody's really gonna take that serious.
No.
So you have to upgrade the status of your business if you want to be taken serious and register
Yes.
with the state of Texas.
Yes.
You need to create an LLC.
You want to register with the Texas Department of Transportation. You want to register with Texas Department of Criminal Justice. You want to register with Metro. You want to register. Oh man, it's so many state
and they get
entities.
You licensed. They get you
certifications.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
and even the colleges.
Yeah.
Even the colleges.
Yeah.
And so, in February I had my first opportunity at my local college as a speaker, as a workshop facilitator. That's not the end of that.
Yeah. It's more coming.
Oh yeah, it's more coming.
And then like I told you from the get-go, your worth is your value is it's a little bit more.
Right.
So stick an extra 50, 100 on that thing, and I'm just saying.
Yes.
Because you determine your value.
You determine your value, and I cannot tell you again how many. And granted, we all got to start somewhere. We all got to build, but don't think that you've arrived.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, once you get in the room or you get in close spaces with certain people, it's all kind of things that start popping off and firing off, and you get in conversation with someone, like you said, the president with the chamber, they were solving a problem for your business, and that's what happens.
And I'm gonna tell you something too, because you said value, your worth, and so and that's key too. When you're doing this, you have to set a value for your business and stick to it. I'll never forget Leandra. Now shout out to Leandra that's over the chambers.
Yes,
she told me. She said, "Kay, I let you give me a price. I let you give me a price, but you undervalued yourself."
Yeah,
and that stuck with me because I was trying to give her a cheaper
trying
price.
To be safe.
Yeah, trying to, but she said, well, I'm a pay you that, plus I'm gonna give you this. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was so like respect. She gained a lot of respect for me
Mm.
when she did that, like
Mm-hmm.
because she could have let me just go out on, and
Yeah.
and it taught me to whatever price I'm asking you,
Yeah.
because I know that I'm gonna provide that service for you.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever price I tell you, it's gonna be worth it.
Right. You were lowballing yourself.
I was,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
for her to show me that,
Yes.
and the way she showed me,
Mm-hmm.
she didn't just say, "Well, you did that, and I'm just gonna pay you that, but next time you need." She didn't do that.
Yeah.
She gave me that, and
Mm-hmm.
she paid me that, and then she gave me something
Mm-hmm.
of value
Mm-hmm.
to make. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
And I
Yes.
was like,
Yes.
"Whoa,
Yeah. Because she see it as a business person, she saw that.
that man!"
Yeah.
And she made me look at myself when she did that. She don't even much probably
So
know
you
this. I
reevaluated.
reevaluated
Evaluated.
myself, and I'm like,
Yes.
okay, from this point on, my price is what it is, and if you don't want to pay that price,
Right.
that's on you.
Yeah. And that's like even in as a notary signing agent, I began to learn you have I work for all companies from
Right,
all over the states.
right,
And so, they'll reach out to you. And so, early on when you're trying to get
yeah,
your profile built and you're trying to get some signings under
yeah,
your belt,
yeah,
so other companies will look at you.
right,
You'll take some of the more menial things.
right,
It's just like entry level.
right.
So it's like you starting on the job, an entry level position. But then as time
Yeah,
progressed
once
and
you
I
in there,
began to get
yeah,
more experience,
right,
then I saw my value. And
right.
so when those low ballers would reach out,
Can't do
I can't do it.
it. Yeah,
And so if that meant them not mm, I say not compromising, but um reevaluating or redoing their
yeah.
price, okay, that's
So be it.
fine. So be it. So, okay, on to the next one. And so, and sometimes they would. But you got to know
Yeah,
what
your
your
value.
worth and your
Yeah,
value
yeah,
is in providing your
yeah,
solutions even in your business,
yeah,
and be comfortable with communicating and giving that.
yeah,
Cuz even now sometimes people call me
yeah.
to notarize a document. I
Right,
give them my price and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
right,
I instantly know that they didn't like my price.
right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't like my price,
That's on.
well,
That's
you
on you.
wasn't my
Yeah,
my client.
That's on you.
That wasn't my customer.
Yeah.
And then even with that, I've had people circle back to me
Yep.
and, "Oh, I called you earlier and da 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 da. Can you do da da da?" I already knew
Yeah.
one or two things: you couldn't get anybody else, or you couldn't get a lower price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to know what you bring.
Yeah.
You have to know what you bring in your industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, you got to know what solution you provide. So, if somebody wants to share in the comments, what solution do you provide? Or maybe you kind of take a stab at it.
Yeah.
What type of solution do you think you're going to provide? You want to share that with us in the comments, please feel free. Those that are watching live and those that will listen to this video later on, I'll be interested to know, because guess what? You may have a
service.
solution that I need,
Yeah, exactly.
to help solve a problem for my life,
Yeah.
for my business,
Exactly.
any aspect.
Yeah. Or I can refer you to somebody.
Absolutely.
I can, because it might not be for me, but I got a sister, I got an auntie, I got a cousin.
Yeah, I got friends.
Yeah,
I have networks
Yeah.
that need, that particular answer.
Exactly.
And you may be the answer and the solution to that problem.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
So of course I do life insurance.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, I just been trying to just get my stuff together, but I am going to get with you on the life insurance, because you bought somebody on that really just broke that insurance down,
Right.
Really broke it down.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about that ever since that podcast.
Wow.
I even woke up this morning was thinking about
really?
it. Yes, ma'am. I promise you.
Oh,
I promise you. I even talked to my wife about it. But what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to just set myself up with certain things before I,
absolutely,
because I already got,
yes.
but I definitely want to have
those things in place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. So, with life insurance, final expense, we provide solutions in that for your finances.
Yeah.
We provide solutions for your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And the
mean,
one thing you want to do with that insurance is that you want to leave something to make sure that, because that's what you're living for, is to leave something.
mm-hmm.
And I never understood that until I started doing podcasts.
Hmm.
I never looked at it like that until like I brought,
With life insurance?
yeah,
Really?
I promise you,
Interesting.
I
Uh-huh.
never looked at it like that.
Uh-huh.
But you live to leave.
Uh-huh.
You understand? Leave
Ooh,
your
wait.
family
That
with something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you could leave them with wealth,
Mm-hmm. You can
because you
set them up.
believe it or not, you worth more dead than you are alive.
I
So
know.
so
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so that insurance is
It's key.
is key.
It's key. Yeah. So, so we really solving problems there,
Right.
financial problems.
Right.
Because some people, were in financial woes and disparities. But then, and I hate to say this like this
But it's
because,
the truth.
but it's true.
Yeah.
Because, for whatever reason, economics changed or
Right.
happened in their life. But sometimes when Uncle Joe passed on,
Yeah.
and he, they were the
Yeah.
beneficiary, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
They-
gonna be honest with you. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to know that if I do pass on,
Mm-hmm.
you will have something.
I am too.
I'm
I am
happy. I'm
too.
not even much tripping on the
I am too.
the dying part, and you pass away. I'm not tripping. Me
Right.
personally, I'm not tripping on
I
that.
am too.
My thing is if I want to leave you something.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
I'm going to, I feel like I'm going to a better place. I'm gonna be at.
Oh, you don't need none of that.
I'm gonna be at.
I know, right?
So I just want to make sure that you enjoy.
Yeah. While you still here.
While you still
and
here,
your needs are met.
Yeah.
You're able to live, comfortably,
Yeah.
and that won't be one of your
A struggle.
Yes,
My
struggles.
death, you already got to deal with my death.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You already got
Yes.
to deal with the past, and not say
Mhm.
my death, but you already got to deal with the past. And
Mhm.
so maybe that person can lighten the load.
Lighten the load.
And
Yes.
say, okay, well, I know you got to deal with this more and whatever, but
Mhm.
you good.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Yeah.
with on the final expense side of life insurance, and what I do, final expense is that I'm providing, or we're providing, a solution to the family
Yeah.
in their funeral planning.
Right.
In their planning.
Right.
We're taking the headache out of it.
Yeah.
We're providing them with advocacy.
Yeah.
And they have an advocate to walk them through and
Yeah.
to work with them, actually really to do the work
You ain't gotta
with
be
the
doing it at the
funeral
last minute.
home,
You ain't got-
and to do the work to
Yeah.
advocate for them
Yeah.
to the funeral home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so again, the end result of that is, anywhere from 30 to 80% savings.
Yeah.
Because when you think about funerals and merchandise, everything that you see
Casket.
everything you see
Yeah.
to them wheels,
Yeah.
and the rolling,
Everything.
has a price tag. Those
Everything.
escorts, okay,
Yeah.
police escorts. I have friends that are in law enforcement that are escorts for funerals. The
Everything.
brothers and them sisters get paid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so all of that comes out of your expenses.
Yeah.
As the bereaved.
Yeah.
It's not the funeral home
Right.
paying them. It's
Right.
coming out of your
money.
Yeah. Yeah. So everything that you see
that little money
has a price tag.
That little money dwindles down.
It dwindles
so
down.
And if you ain't got your situation straight,
Yeah.
then it's
Yes.
But I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, it's
I know
great.
I know that we got to transition
Mm-hmm.
but just this conversation, make sure you research, make sure you do whatever it is that you need to do. If you're thinking about doing a business, think of what problems your business is gonna solve. Just think about what solutions
you want to provide. To the table. Absolutely. Yeah. And let it be something that you get a joy out of doing. Let it be something that you're passionate about, because I find that when you really love to do it, that it is it. I really understand now what Les Brown used to say. I really understand now what Dr. Miles Monroe was saying, and many other business and entrepreneur moguls.
Right.
Oprah Winfrey's and your Tyler Perry's and all of that. When you really doing something that you love to do,
Yeah.
it's
It just
like
gonna
it's
come.
like it's not work.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we know
natural.
we putting work in it,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of work that we
Yeah.
put in it.
But you enjoy it.
You enjoy it. It,
Yeah.
it is a difference.
Yeah.
People ask me, do I miss working in local government?
Right.
Those that are listening, no, I don't.
No. No.
I
And this
don't.
entrepreneurship, is it hard?
Oh, it's
Yes. Yes,
you
it's
you
work. You're
got to
gonna
put
work
in the
harder. You're
work.
gonna work harder than you did probably. And
Yes.
you're gonna, but you're doing your thing. It's something you love to do.
You love
That's
to
the key.
do. So again, my challenge to you and my call to action is for you this week to uh do some research and come back, tell us next week maybe one thing that you found in your industry, or that you know that direction that you're going with your entrepreneurship business. What did you learn? What did you find out in that industry that helps you to keep building and moving forward? Again, this is your host, Angela Hayes, here at the Angela Hayes podcast, Life with No Limits. I thank you for joining. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go to Angelia Hayes, and subscribe, like, and follow. Follow us here on Facebook, a Unique Foundations Enterprise. It has been a pleasure to serve you today with my co-host, Mr. Kenji Johnson, of the managing member and owner of GMT Broadcasting. Thank you all again for joining. God bless.